Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the 7th update for my whole collection project pan. I am so lost on time. No one knows what the day is. Okay. This project was created by Becky Loves Kanga. It's the 3rd year in a row that I am participating in this project. We do have a group chat over on Instagram as there are quite a few people doing this project nowadays. It's a lot of fun, very challenging. You randomize products from your whole collection and try and work on them. You can set various goals. I've split mine half 10 uses and then half, harder or more traditional panning goals on the other half of my products, whether that be to hit pan on something, finish it, or like a higher usage number. Yeah, I feel like this is the 7th update. You have a good grasp of what this project is all about. I'm just going to hop right into my progress. I'm going to start off with the products that I have in the 10 uses category. I feel like I did this last time, but that's okay. Starting off with this nail polish from OPI. This is Suzi Shops and Island Hops. I haven't used this since the last update. I've been testing out gel polishes from Madame Glam over the last month, so I haven't got any use on this. I think I'm still at like 4 or 5. I forgot to get my tally sheet and the kids are behaving themselves. I'm actually filming this in the afternoon for once, so I'm not even going to tempt fate by going and getting that, but I think it's 4 or 5. The Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder was also in 10 uses, obviously. Those are the products we're talking about first. Emily, get it together. I have used this 10 times, so this product will be rolling out. I really enjoy the yellow tint to this, as I do have neutral leaning warm undertones. And sometimes, like especially if a concealer shade that I have is a bit too pink toned, then this helps color correct. Sometimes it can look a little sickly under my eyes if I go in a little too heavy, but I really like this all over my face especially. It has a smoothing quality to it that I really enjoy. Next up, I have my Herbal Essences Tousle Me Softly Mousse. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have recently been dipping my toes in, if you will, to the curly girl method. I have changed mine to be like the wavy girl method. I've been watching more of those types of videos on YouTube because my hair is never going to be like curly, but it is wavy. So I've actually been getting quite a bit of use out of this recently. I say quite a bit as in I'm at like 4 or 5 uses versus the 1 I've been stuck at for the last little while. So good news is by next month I will have surpassed the 10 uses, which is really great. I finally have a use for this. My hair is less of a poofy frizzy mess, so that's good. It is pouring down rain. Can you hear that? Oh my gosh, we are supposed to have like light drizzly showers all day long, and this is like the 3rd time it's been raining cats and dogs. Like it will pour for an hour or so and then clear up and then pour again. Summer rainy weather, like summer thunderstorms and stuff, are my favorite. Earlier this morning, I'm going off on a total tangent, I opened up the windows in our big like living room window and did yoga, listening to the rain, and then I just like laid on my yoga mat with my book that I just started and was reading, listening to the rain while the kids were playing, and it was wonderful. But I'm hoping that it's not too loud in my camera because I'm sitting in a corner, but there's 2 windows, like one there and one there, and I can like see and hear the rain really intensely. Okay, tangent over, moving on. The last product I have in my project, like the 10 uses portion of my project, now I'm all flustered from my tangent, is my BareMinerals Blonzer in the shade Kiss of Copper. I've only used it once in this project, total of 2 uses ever since owning it. I'm just working on a lot of blushes, and I have not been doing my makeup a lot in the last 2 months. I know I said that last update that I hadn't been doing my makeup a lot, and I've just been in a makeup rut. I was flexing my creativity skills today to try and get myself out of the rut, and I'm very happy with my makeup playtime this afternoon. So hopefully this is me turning a corner, but I do have 9 more uses on this bronzer for in this project. Next up, for the more traditional panning goals, I have my Tarte Beach Babe lipstick. I've used this twice since the last update, today being one of those times. It's a very light peachy nude, and I'm sad to report that Emmett dropped this on the floor, and now, ooh, it is very broken. There is not that much lipstick left. Do you see that little nub? I have been making progress on it. I am going to continue to use it. I just keep pushing it back down. It is very tricky to use, but I'm going to use as much of this as I can so I can call it an empty, because I feel like I've worked on this too hard this year to just call it quits too early. My NYC Sun and Bronze and Montauk Bronze, my goal is to hit pan on this bronzer. I need to scrape the top layer off. I feel like I'm experiencing hard pan. It doesn't look like hard pan, but I can't tell if that is just because obviously it has these like multiple tones in here, but it also has a bit of a luminous quality to it. Luminous would be a little bit of a stretch, like a naturally glow kind of finish, a satin maybe, if you will. So when I'm looking at it, it looks like it always has, but I really had to go ham to get any kind of color, and I really feel like it's not showing up that well on my skin, and I thought maybe I had just become too tan for this. I don't have really much self tanner on at all right now. I scrubbed most of it off, but even if I swatch it, I'm using my middle finger, there's really not a lot being picked up. So what I'm going to do before or after filming this perhaps is just take some, maybe I'll try the tape method first and just stick some tape around the edges. Well, I feel like even on these far edges, maybe this has just finally expired. But I'm going to try the tape method. If that doesn't work, I will take a spoolie and rub that over the top, and if that doesn't work, I will declutter this. This is ancient. Well, it's like 5 or 6 years old, and it was like $2 or $3, like NYC. Does it even exist anymore? But even when it did, it was like super cheap makeup. I hate decluttering. I hate when things expire, but that might be the case. But my goal is to hit pan on it. I have been using it. That was quite a long tangent for that. My Stella McCartney Pop perfume, I've used this about 10 times. I don't wear perfume every single day, especially, I just saw a flash, I hope it's not lightning. This is like a dauber type applicator. I do not have an atomizer or whatever those are called. It's fine. It's not my preference, but it's fine. But I'm just home. So a lot of times I'm like, my getting ready time is getting ready to work out and then quickly change afterwards, and I haven't been wearing makeup, so I haven't been sitting at my vanity to get ready where it is sitting. So I feel like I have made some progress though. About 10 uses on this. My goal is to finish that. Lastly, I have 2 eyeshadows in this project. I didn't know I wanted to work on eyeshadows in this half, but last time I decided to put them in. First, I have my ColourPop Lilac You A Lot palette, and I am working on hitting pan on the shade Cloud. Not much progress to show. I've only used this one time this past month. It's a little chunky, it's crumbling, which is why I chose to try and hit pan on it, not only because it would be the easiest and I need some pans to meet my goals this year, but also I want to get some solid use on that shade before one day I open it and it all falls to the floor, because I have a feeling that that is going to happen. And besides the one time in this project so far, I had only reached for it maybe 3 ever before that. So even if I hit pan on it in the next 10 uses or so, I will feel better if eventually it crumbles and falls on the floor, if that makes sense. I've repressed it 3 times. It came shattered. It is what it is. Lastly, another eyeshadow I'm trying to hit pan on is Pixi by Petra, the Apricot Glow Duo. I got this at Ipsy a million years ago. I can't open it. And it was the lighter side that was chosen for me. I've only used this once since rolling this in, and it was actually to use as a highlighter today. This is a beautiful peachy highlighter. However, I only did that because usually if I'm painting an eyeshadow, I want to pan it as an eyeshadow. But it didn't really, I wanted to just use one palette. Like technically I guess I could have used both of these shades in my look today. However, I wanted to just reach into one palette for today's look. And then I was gathering my items to film this video and realized I haven't used this at all, which I hate doing. I mean, there's this culprit as well, but anyways. So I popped it on my cheekbones. However, I'm panning Champagne Pop from Becca, and while these are not really the same, it's also peachy. So anyways, goals hit pan on it. Obviously I'm nowhere close to that, but now it's time to roll in a new product to replace my Hourglass powder. I have my Pretty Random app here. I have in the numbers 2 to 531. This does exclude all of my eyeshadows in my collection because I'm already working on 2. I don't want to work on more than 2 of anything. So besides eyeshadows, everything is free game. We have 1 nail polish, 1 fragrance, 1 hair product, 1 lip product, 1 blush, and a bronzer. Okay, let's see what we get. 332. I've been meaning to pull out this palette. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting, and this is in the 10 uses category, which is perfect. It's a certain shade in a face palette. I can't see that far. Okay. This is perfect. I literally have this. I have a very small list. I'm almost done, Max, of products I would like to roll into projects soon-ish. I mean, with randomized projects like this one or deck of panning, it's all dependent on, you know, prompts and numbers and such. Anyways, it's my CoverFX Perfector face palette in the light medium shade. I have been wanting to pull this out to play with. I will try and get use out of, you know, a multitude of shades in here, but the specific shade that was rolled in was the brightener shade, which is a very light, icy highlight. Oh boy. That works lovely on my skin tone in the winter when I'm very fair. That is bright. I might use, well, I'm gonna have to use this to either mix in with other highlights I'm panning or in with these 2 highlighters here. There's a contour, a blush, and this finishing powder is kind of sparkly, which I don't love. So I'm gonna have to do some mixing to make this work on my summer skin tone. Like I said, I'm not even really self-tanned right now. It's just being outside with the kids a lot and stuff. But regardless, I'm very happy to be getting some use out of this, so I'm going to be working on that highlighter shade, and my goal will be to use it 10 times. Alright, I feel like that was a pretty good update, and for next time, I want to have actually used the nail polish. I will have most likely met my 10 uses goal on my mousse. Did I even give an update on this highlighter? I literally can't even remember if I actually gave an update on this. My goal is to use it 10 times. I've used it 5 times so far. What is happening to my brain? I'm halfway there on this, so maybe this can roll out as well. Everything else, I don't know if I'm going to meet my goal on. I'm kind of concerned about my progress on this bronzer. I will obviously update you next month. Any of the other bigger goals? Maybe if I could focus on this, it is going to be relatively easy for me to hit pan on this shade. It's just whether I can focus. I'm working on so many eyeshadows. What I really need to do is re-strategize and choose maybe 4 or 5 shades to really focus in on, and then use that as a rotation, like finally meet my goal on one of them and then roll in a next shade. But I'm always so distracted by, oh, well, this update is coming up next, so I'm going to ignore these ones that are going to be really easy for me to hit pan on and then work on these for the update. Then the update is filmed and then I forget about them until like 4 days until the next update. I need to be like consistently working on a certain number of things for the whole month to make really good progress on those select items, even if that means ignoring the other ones, which I hate doing, but I think that would be more efficient. I don't know. Let me know. If you are really good at panning, let me know how you do it, because I feel like I'm just using everything 1 to 2 times every month and then not really meeting any goals. But then I feel guilty if I've met few goals and then not touched the other things in the project, if that makes sense. Whatever, I am always very happy with at least 1 rollout per project per update. I exclusively do rolling project pans on my channel. They're just my favorite. I guess I shouldn't, it's not like a hard and fast rule, but currently I'm doing all rolling projects, and we were able to roll in a product this update, so I call that a win. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!